Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and now let's talk about Astra Yao in the upcoming patch for Zenless Zone 0 as well. Best teams. By the end of this video, there will be a team definitely for you, regardless of how whale, how free to play, how new you are, how late game you are as well. And there must be a typo here. I have no idea why it's called Bennett Yao. But anyways, let's go in and talk about her overall kit over here, and you can see why she is a very, very excellent unit. I think out of all the characters in the game, she probably will rank somewhere between my top 1 or 2 already. It's just super, super strong. First limited S rank support unit too. What she does, basically, those of you who didn't watch the live stream and everything and you want a TLDR summary of her overall kit, she kind of appears on field with this icon here. She is invulnerable, but she does a lot for your entire team. She heals with her ultimate ability, massive amounts of HP, helping you sustain your entire roster for any more difficult fights. She gives you attack buffs, she gives you damage buff that they didn't specify in the live stream. I only can talk about official information. And as well, at the same time, she also helps you become a chain attack enabler. Instead of being switching in and normally you do your quick assist, now she's able to bring in chain attacks without having the enemy stun. This is huge, this is very massive, which allows you to actually play without stunners for any people that require chain attack, which helps you widen your rosters quite significantly as well. Very, very interesting overall kit. She does a lot, all inbuilt in one kit. Super amazing. At the same time, her design is great, but let's go in and talk about we'll start from the most popular team and then we'll work our way down to maybe a bit more niche, maybe less people will have it. That's how I want to do this kind of videos as well, as we always do on the channel. So Miyabi teams, this is the patch that we just came out from. So a lot of people likely will have Miyabi and are looking to build her most premium teams. Currently in the game, you are running Yanagi, or if you don't have Yanagi, hopefully you've seen the recent video that we put out on the channel where we actually recommended an alternative as Grace, who is a standard character as well. You can pick up once you get 300 pulls, or perhaps you unluckily lost a 50-50 and you got Grace. Also works really fine. But Astra Yao here is going to be best in slot as in the support category, because not only do you prop Miyabi's ability, but you can fit this roster really, really super nicely as well. She is by far going to be best in slot, does a lot of buffing, that everything that Miyabi needs, whatever she needs, Astra Yao provides. Looks amazing, so triple team of unfortunately a bit premium units, and this is likely going to be probably one of the best teams in the game right now by quite a large margin, and that is really the best team composition for Astra Yao right now. But there are so many that she can fit. This is just the one that outperforms because Miyabi is in it. But for those of you who do not have Miyabi, or you want to know beyond that, she is insanely flexible to play. And with her, you can actually play a very nice hyper carry team composition, because she is of course the first S rank. Previously, you had to do, if you wanted a hyper carry double support, you probably are running a support here like Nicole, Lucy in the first set, and then maybe you're running Caesar, running with Lighter, Ting Yi in the second set. But now, with her being around, you can actually just build whatever you want in the second slot, because she provides sustain, so defensive units like Caesar might not be a huge priority. She provides a lot of buffing already, so you can actually go with shredding enemies, long buff as well, so you can compare with another long buffer like Lucy. The options open up so massively with her around that you can really pick and plug and play whoever you want. In the final slot, your DPS characters that you're looking to buff, really you can slot in any character that you can think of. Anyone that wants to do damage, wants to be on the field hitting enemies, will benefit from Astra Yao, and she is insanely flexible, and I think it opens up a lot more rosters moving forward. But of course, this is very easy to say, right? A support character can be played into every single team of damage dealers. EOD, no shits, right? But the question then is, and this is where I value at you, is when does she actually underperform the other supports in the game, and where is she actually not so good? So I know this team video is supposed to be a best teams video, but if I just talk about the number of teams that she fulfills, it's almost everything except the teams that you're not supposed to play. So this is where I want to value at. When does she underperform? If you're talking about underperformance of Astra Yao, it's really something to do with, can you extend or create something else? For example, you have characters like Rena who extend the duration of shock. These are special cases. For example, other situations is, do you need damage mitigation rather than sustain? Caesar offers you a different kind of buffing. Do you need a character, for example, like Caesar, who is also a hybrid of a stunner? Caesar offers that. Whereas Astra Yao is more focused on buffing in that aspect and doesn't offer you any like anomaly based modifiers like increasing shock duration or increasing burn duration, for example, like burnies and stuff like that. Or if you're looking for defense shredding, maybe enemy is very chunky, has a lot of defense, she doesn't offer that either. So she's purely a damage buffer, sustain, but it's really, really very strong already that it's the case. But she is not perfect. She does have her limitations, and however slightly will introduce more limited characters later on, but that doesn't diminish her overall value. Just wanted to add that in as well. For any of you who are like wondering at the top of your mind, doesn't she power creep everyone else? The answer is no. She definitely does have places that she doesn't excel too well in. But this is the best team conf video for her, and I think where she really shines right now, other than from every other team competition that she basically can fulfill, is use case. One of the use cases, and now we're straying away from like team composition specific, but talking about use cases in Zenless Zone Zero, and the one that is quite interesting is the Infinite Tower. When we put out our video talking about clearing the tower, one of the biggest tips that a lot of people will be saying is use a shielder, for example like Seth, use a shielder like Caesar, but many of us maybe skip Caesar, don't have Seth super well built, or we want another sustain. Now with Astra Yao here, it actually becomes a lot more doable. If you even have Caesar, it's going to be even easier because you can just slap in both Caesar and Astra Yao together to give you shield and heal, and then you just have like your last slot is like a DPS character like Miyabi to burr everything all the way towards the end. You probably will be able to go towards infinity already at that point. But yeah, those of us who are struggling a little bit in the floor, don't have Caesar, Astra Yao is actually probably one of the best times to actually approach the tower, which is also why they are also introducing a new event for the Infinite Tower to show and let her shine in the process. She does need burst, but still, it is a very, very good alternative now, competitive to Caesar, in my opinion. Last but not least, of course, a little bit more niche, but any of you new players who are just joining in this patch, so maybe didn't pick up Miyabi as well, I want to give you some options. In the pair slot, you can run either with a support character if you got them like Lucy. Nicole is of course free. You can run a stunning character, for example, Anbi Damara, and Astra Yao is just going to be a massive support. You can run practically almost any attack unit that you manage to get your hands onto. You can run Biddy, he's free, totally for free. If you are lucky enough to join before Harumasa disappears from the free event, snap in Harumasa. This is probably going to be your mainstay for the start. You have a very, very flexible character that can fit into so many teams. So it scales very nicely, especially if you build like Lucy together the same team. Likely you'll be checked for the support department. But yeah, that is my review. If you found this video helpful, we will be putting out more guides on Astra Yao as well as Evelyn if you're interested in these, and we'll talk about more comparisons. Is she good? Who is she good for? Other characters. And if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe for more Search50 content, and check out these two other videos we have on the channel as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next video.